Hi everyone! I am Natasha Lourdes C. Patao, a student from the College of Teacher Education at Negros Oriental State University here in the Philippines. And I am excited to share my reflection on our COIL experience, or the Collaborative Online International Learning, which for me was truly eye-opening and memorable. From the start, I already knew that this would be something different. What I didn't expect was how much I would actually learn, not just academically, but personally. One of the best parts of the experience was the cultural exchange. It was amazing to talk to students from another country and hear about their culture, beliefs, and how things work in their everyday life. It made me appreciate our differences, but also realize how much we actually have in common as students trying to learn and grow. So one activity that really stood out was when we shared social issues from our own countries. The discussion really made me reflect. I realized that although we live far apart, we face some of the same problems, such as poverty, lack of access to quality education, and environmental concerns. And of course, there were challenges. Coordinating our schedules, it was a big struggle, especially with time zone differences. There were times when people couldn't attend meetings or respond right away. And at one point, we even experienced a power interruption during one of our online meetings, which was very frustrating since we were in the middle of a good discussion. But we didn't let that stop us. We just found ways to adjust and keep things going. That moment really showed me how important it is to be flexible, to stay calm, and to keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned.
Hello everyone, I am May Fatima M. Casal, taking a Bachelor of Elementary Education at Negros Oriental State University here in the Philippines, and I am deeply honored to share to you my COIL learning journey in the COIL project. And this project was actually in partnership or in collaboration with the other international universities at USA as well as in France. So to begin with, I am grateful to be part of this experience because it was my first time working closely with students from different parts of the world, that it really opened my eyes to see or perceive how global education can be. And this project allowed us to connect beyond borders, and I think that's something very special, especially for students like us who are still learning how to navigate diverse environments. And one of the best things about the COIL project was the opportunity to learn from different perspectives. Why? Because each student brought something unique to the table, whether it was a new idea, a cultural insight, or simply a different way of, approaching the task. It reminded me that there isn't always just one right way or even a perfect formula to do something, because sometimes the most effective solutions come from combining different viewpoints. But of course, not everything was perfect. There was definitely some challenges along the way, and one of the biggest issues we encountered was the time management. Because we live in different countries, it was hard to find a schedule that worked or fit for everyone. Sometimes we had to meet really early or even really late just to accommodate everyone's time zone. It wasn't always easy, especially when we also had our academic responsibilities or even personal obligations. So our priorities are really different and really different. But despite these challenges, I think the COIL project itself was a very rewarding experience. It was fulfilling. It almost like we were on top of the Mount Everest. I know I'm exaggerating, but that's how I feel. In fact, I would say the difficulties we faced made the project more even meaningful because we learned how to adapt, how to compromise, how to think critically, and even stay committed to our goals as a group. So it wasn't just about completing a task right away. It's about working together as a one despite these challenges. So all I can say is no one must be left behind. So that will be all. Thank you very much.